Hi everybody, this is Roxy and I am working on a little project. I have an SVG file that I got from SVG Cuts and it's coming in as a non-cuttable file for some reason. I'm not sure why. I also have a SVG file from Lori Whitlock that is coming in as a block of type. It's different words and I just want to use a couple of the words. So I'm going to show you how to change a non-cut file into a cut file, and also how to take bits and pieces off of a file and use only what you want. And that is, we're releasing the compound path to do that. So my first file is this Polaroid frame. I think the size is, yes, that's the size I want for a card that I'm making. So first of all, what you need to do, if I went to the cut line to show you that, okay, and go to cut, it's asking for my cut line settings. So when I try to cut the edge, when I try to highlight this, it doesn't seem to highlight. So we're going to try that. I'm just going to move it up to the corner and try cutting again. And I still get the cut line setting. So there's something weird with the file. I'm not sure if that's something that SVG puts on their file so that you have to manually, release everything. But anyways, so here's what I'm going to show you. Oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. So in order to release that path so that we can show what cut lines we want, okay, I will show you how to do that. So this is, I believe, a print and cut file because you would be able to cut that or print the color and then cut it. So that might be part of it. I don't think so because I can't get the cut lines. So anyways, what you want to do is click on your trace tool, which is right here, and you want to select the trace area, and you want to make sure that you select everything that you're going to trace. And then apply the trace method, which in this case we want to trace the entire thing because there's an inner edge and an outer edge. If it was just the outer edge that I wanted to cut, I'd do that. But there's a piece inside that I want to get rid of. Alright, so then we go to Object, Release Compound Path, and we can remove any piece that we don't want. I'm just going to discard that too. Now I want to just show you that when you do this, there's a double cut line. Anything that's red on the silhouette is going to cut. So there's a double cut line on each side, and I'm not sure what that's for, but it's just there. I have not been able to find anything on why there's a double cut line. But you don't want that to happen, so you want to get rid of two of those pieces. In other words, you don't want a double cut line here, you don't need a double cut line on the outside. So what we need to do now is highlight that area again, release the compound path again, and then we should be able to move a piece off that we don't want. And there. So we can get rid of that one. Let me just go back to make sure that that's the inside one. So you really got to get on that line and pull it off and delete. There. And then get on this line, pull it off, keep it highlighted and delete. So now we have a viable file that will cut. But what you first want to do, if you just went and moved this, oh, it is fine. Okay, so it is. But what I do is I'm just going to group it together just to be on the safe side. Normally that shouldn't do that, but it is. It's very tricky. Okay, so I'm going to, I can cut this out now. I will, but I'm not going to cut it out now because I want to add a word into the bottom of this. Okay, so I'm first going to move this off my mat. That's what I want, but I don't want to get it involved with the words that I'm going to be bringing in, which are some Easter words that I bought on Silhouette. Now here's another weird one, because for some reason it comes in as two files or two sets of words. Okay, so I need to ungroup that, and then I can just click on this one and get rid of it because I don't need two sets. I don't know why it's doing that. It's the mystery of die cutting systems. Okay, so again, this is one piece, and I only want Hoppity Easter. Okay, so we can't ungroup it because it's the compound path is preventing us from doing that. So once again, we've got to go to our trace tool. I'll put this over here. Go to your trace tool, select traced area, okay, and then again be sure that you cover all of it. Alright, and hit the trace method. And now if we moved a letter, we want to move that top layer off. That's like moving the green off on the Polaroid. And then we should still see, maybe not, maybe that's see, it's just weird. It depends on what kind of file this is. They're both SVG files, but from different companies, so I don't know if that matters. Okay, so now we still have this all grouped together. So we want to go to Object, Release Compound Path, so that we can now move whatever we want to move separately. Okay, so with this file, for some reason there's all these teensy little cuts everywhere, and I haven't been able to figure out what that is. So we just have to really be sure that we're cleaning everything off. So I'm just going to highlight what I don't want and delete. I'm going to highlight Hoppity and group that because I do want to keep that, and I want to keep it as one word. I'll move that away. I'm going to highlight Happy and delete. And then Easter will be, oops, nope, see, I forgot about the interior pieces. We want to group Easter because I want to keep that. Okay, and then we can move that out of the way. And then I want to group all this and delete. Now I'm just going to bring these over because, like I said, there was some weird little cuts everywhere. And I'm just going to highlight everything, this whole work area, and just delete because I don't want any extra little cuts or pieces or whatever. Alright, so I'm going to bring my pieces back in. And again, I want to put Hoppity here, but it's obviously too big. So, and I kind of want it, I'm going to move this up so I can see him. Trying to work around this camera. And then I just kind of want to line this up with the side of the Polaroid. And okay, so I think that's, and then my Easter is going to be below it on my card. Where's that there? There, I think that'll work. Alright, so I'm going to cut this out of white 110-pound cardstock because I'm going to cut it out of glitter cardstock, and it's the glitter cardstock is pretty thin, and so I want a really nice sturdy base. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to cut this now. So you see what happens. Alright, so here's my cut, and I'll just unload it and pull it off. I'm using a Cricut mat, which is fine to use unless you're going to do print and cut. Excuse me. And if you do print and cut, you got to cut off about 1/4 of an inch on the top so that the machine can, it'll load the same as a silhouette mat, and the machine will be able to read the register marks. And I got that info from Ruthie Nixon, so thank you, Ruthie. Alright, so I'm going to pull this off, and then I'm going to print this again on my glitter cardstock, and then I'll make a card and I'll show that in another file or movie. So thanks for watching. Bye.